What if the concept of power and strength in the world wasn't measured by military might, but rather by the capacity to heal and nurture health? In the world as we know it today, power and strength are often symbolized by military prowess and the ability to wage war. But let's pause for a moment and entertain a different perspective. A perspective where nations take immense pride, not in their armies equipped with destructive weapons, but in their medical corps, brimming with life-saving potential. These healing armies would be the new sentinels of national strength, comprising doctors, nurses, therapists, and other healthcare professionals. Their weapons? Extensive training in various medical fields from trauma care to preventive medicine and mental health. Their mission? To protect and enhance the health of both their own citizens and those of other nations. Imagine a world where strength is not about destruction, but about construction, the construction of health, well-being, and life. In this envisioned world, global competitions would take on a new form. The international arena would no longer be a battleground of brute force, but an exhibition of medical prowess. Nations would vie for the spotlight, not with weaponry, but with their ability to treat diseases and improve public health. Imagine a world where countries boast about the size, skill, and effectiveness of their medical corps, their healing armies. Comprised of doctors, nurses, therapists, and other healthcare professionals, these armies would be extensively trained in a variety of medical fields, from trauma care to preventive medicine and mental health. Countries would deploy their medical teams to regions facing health crises, natural disasters, or poverty-induced medical issues. These deployments would be like humanitarian missions, but on a grander scale, with nations competing to bring relief and healing to those in need. Countries would no longer strive to outdo each other in warfare, but in carefare. Medical universities and research institutions would become the epicenters of national pride and global prestige. Imagine a world where countries pour resources into medical research and public health infrastructure, not into military technology. A world where the race is not for armament superiority, but for medical innovation. The new gold rush would be for breakthroughs in vaccines, gene therapies, and efficient low-cost treatments. These advances in medicine would be celebrated globally, akin to winning international accolades or medals. The Nobel Prize wouldn't hold a candle to the honor of discovering a cure for a deadly disease or creating a low-cost treatment accessible to all. The strength of a nation would be gauged by its ability to combat health crises and ensure the well-being of its citizens and the world at large. In this world, the greatest victories would be against diseases, not against fellow nations. In this reimagined world, alliances would be formed not on shared military strategies, but on shared medical knowledge and practices. International politics would take a turn, revolving around innovations in healthcare delivery, medical technology, and holistic patient care. Rather than flexing military muscles, nations would demonstrate their prowess in battling diseases, in creating efficient, low-cost treatments, and in implementing groundbreaking health strategies. In this new political landscape, a nation's success wouldn't be gauged by its economic clout or military strength, but by its ability to ensure the health and well-being of its own citizens and those of other nations. Nations would strive to outdo each other, not in the battlefield, but in labs and hospitals, in research institutions and health clinics. Imagine a world where the most powerful nations are those with the most effective healthcare systems, those that have made the most significant contributions to global health. The battles fought would be against health inequalities, not against political adversaries. Media coverage would undergo a drastic shift in this envisioned world. Picture this. Instead of waking up to news of conflict and war, your morning headlines would celebrate the latest breakthroughs in medical treatments. The evening news would not be dominated by images of strife, but by heartwarming stories of extraordinary medical interventions in crisis zones. Instead of military rankings, global attention would pivot towards a new kind of leaderboard, one that ranks countries based on the effectiveness and innovation of their healthcare systems. To recap, this vision of the future redefines power and strength, replacing military might with medical prowess. The international arena would be a stage for showcasing healthcare advancements, and alliances would be built on shared medical knowledge. The new battles would be against disease and health inequality, with the media spotlighting medical miracles instead of military maneuvers. In this reimagined world, we would prioritize empathy, care, and collaboration over aggression and dominance. It would be a world where the well-being of every individual is at the heart of national pride and international policy, truly a healthier and more compassionate globe.